Hi, my name is Brad. I'm with BCI Marine. We're here with our friends from Mydealers.ca, and we're here today to talk about the Saxdor 200 Sport. We start off in the bow here today. Beautiful sun deck. A nice sun pad for everybody to sit out and enjoy the day. 3 sun pads that can be removed and just have a simple fiberglass sun deck. At the bow, we've got a little cushioned area plus our nav light, LED nav light, 2 really strong, aggressive cleats. And you'll see the grommets around the side, so there is a cover for the top of the boat to keep all your weather out, just like a regular canvas cover, and that will flow through the rest of the boat. So lots of room at the front for everybody to enjoy themselves on a beautiful day. All the pads are removable. And then one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that this actually turns into a tent. So just with a couple of flips of a couple of latches here, and just a quick lift with some gas shocks, and we've got a full tent. So this tent can be used as an overnight if you're adventurous, a great change room, or a place to put the kids on a beautiful hot summery day when they just need to get out of the sun for a little while because they get a little crispy. Once the tent is up, it's easily zipped up and open and closed, and this will tie back, just rolls up and ties back with a couple of latches. What's great is you can take the upper pads and put them down below, and that becomes your bed or your basis for your bed. There is a drain at the front, so if you do get a little bit of water inside for whatever reason, it will drain and be removed from the boat with the forward-facing bilge pump. So what's great about this is that it can be a warm space, but there is venting along both sides of the tent, so you're going to get nice cool air coming in the top, or the hot air will escape. If we remove the top pads to put them down in the base of the tent, there is a window, and so when you are using it as a tent or a change room, once it's all zipped up, you do get natural light coming in, and then it simply closes up. What's great about it is that the tent actually, for the most part, will fold up onto part of itself. You don't even have to touch it. And again, with the 2 latches, securely puts it back in place. So hey, now we're going to take a look at the helm view. So not only do we have a great windshield that will go up and down depending on what you want to do in terms of your own boating. If it's a day where it's a little rough, this will protect you a little bit from the water. Keeps the wind out of your face as well. We've got our Simrad full control system with vessel view with Mercury. You can have 2 screens if you wish, so you can split things up, share your GPS as well as your vessel view on 2 different monitors, so you can shake it up a little bit that way. Control lights and all your pumps, etc., are all here conveniently located. So we've got our nav lights, our anchor lights, roof and decks, 2 bilge pumps, a horn and an auxiliary. Control for our Fusion stereo, because we got a nice Fusion stereo all integrated within the package, and there's a couple of options around that. We have trim tabs on the transom of the boat, all controlled right from here. So while underway, I can turn my boat port and starboard. I can control it that way, or bow and stern. Nice looking steering wheel. Our Merc controls here. 2 large cup holders, really nicely accessible. Our kill switch, and then we've got a really nice bag down here that is great for all of your accessories, color coded with the seating and the other materials in the boat. But a nice mesh area at the front, a zipper pocket if you've got cash or coins or maybe some important documents you want to see fly away, and then it's just Velcro open and you can store your goodies in there. Nice foot pad so that if you are on your bolster, you can give yourself some nice sturdy support this way, and it gives you a nice aggressive feel to the boat. With this control, what I've noticed is that, you know, once it's set, for the most part, I can leave it and I can have two hands on the wheel while operating the boat. So it works out really, really well. Two nice speakers mounted in the gunnels of the boat right here, so we can enjoy the sound, and we can put additional speakers in if required. As for the seating itself, we've got, you know, the seats are really, really nicely designed, both from an ergonomic perspective, as well as just the fabric themselves. So there's lots of fabric choices. This is really kind of an interesting choice, kind of attuned to a Lexus or a Porsche. And I know that may be stretching a little bit, but again, it's a little bit better than common white or a gray. Our bolsters go up and down nice and easy. So again, makes it, just for sitting, I've got a nice low seat that I can enjoy my ride in and just be very comfortable this way. Or if I want to be a little bit more aggressive, it takes nothing to switch it to the bolster and be using it in this fashion. As far as the seats are concerned, you know, we've got storage underneath, simple 2 clips, seats goes up, and we've got storage underneath both seats, and it's all the way through. So if you need to access it from one side because someone else is sitting, you can easily access it that way as well. So as we make our way to the stern of the boat, we've got this great seat with storage underneath, so I can sit facing forward with whoever I am and be part of the conversation and be part of the ride moving forward. Or what's really nice about this, and I think it's great for especially younger folks who are going to use this boat for skiing or whatever, but that flip back seat, the ability for me to come and sit back here and actually watch the action and keep an eye on either my skier or my tuber, you know, really gives that sense of security. We've got 2 great storage compartments on either side of the boat. The nice thing about them is that they are really lock well, and when they do, they're also sea-tight. So they're gasketed, and just a fantastic piece of hardware to lock that down, and it's secure and it's watertight. And again, on both sides, as well as the hold here, which gets us down into the belly of the boat. Your batteries down here, you've got connections and cables running back to your motor, up into your helm. So that all will collect down here. What I really like about it is that unfortunately we don't have one installed on the boat itself, but if we did, we'd have a stern ladder. It's typically mounted on the starboard side and would fold over the transom into the water. And then you've got the 2 large black handles which allow you easy access out of the water. So even, you know, you can see how low the transom comes to the water. If I was in there swimming or I was a skier and I was trying to come out of the water, this would give me a lot of support, as well as this. And it's really well anchored, tied into the boat here in the transom as well as on the rear. This is a different design for a lot of people. They're not used to the fact that the transom would be wide open. Often there would be just a well here. But it's that PWC, the personal watercraft look and feel of the boat, for the fun and enjoyment of it all. We were out today in a following sea, and you know, if you stop, you're going to get a little bit of water and it's going to wash up and wash out. But if you have a little bit of power on, I mean literally just out of gear, you can stay ahead of that following sea, and it doesn't wash into your boat at all. One of the other options that is available is you can have transom gates. So those transom gates is a 3-part system, which would be 1 here and then 2 off either side. Those transom gates would open and close, allowing you access in and out of the stern of the boat. But when closed, stops, you know, small children, dogs, whatever, from rolling out of the back of the boat. Gives you that level of security as well. As a past skier, and the ski bar is fantastic. You know, when I first saw it, I was kind of thinking about more along the lines of what a traditional ski boat would be like. But after using this a little bit, it really has been a really unique design. It keeps that out of the boat. It's still very usable, very easy to use for most people to tie off and do their, you know, do their sports. It has a couple of additional holes in it. Some people are putting rod rockets in there to hold their fishing rods. So again, they can convert the boat into that format as well. And the other thing is that where the cleats are located on the boat, again, they're not on the decking itself, so they're not in the way. They're actually tucked off to the side. and in a very secure place where they should be. These fender hooks will retract into the hull. I simply pull that off, give it a little twist, and it pops into the hull. And then to put the fender on, I give it a little twist, and away I go. So again, out of the way, you're not going to trip on them, you're not going to stub a toe, you're not going to catch some clothing on it if you're kind of going in and out of the boat. Very functional that way. The side windows, they're great. I mean, they add some style to the boat. They are an option. You can choose not to have them. One of the other options that you can get is the arch. So there is an arch that will come up about here, and you can have just an arch, or you can have an arch with a soft top or an arch with a hard top. And those are all optional items that you can order when you order your boat. With the hard top there, you can put additional speakers into it as well. And again, it will give you a significant amount of coverage over the helm, as well as a little bit of coverage back here in the rear seating. If someone's looking for something different and new, that's what this boat is. The whole line from Saxdor is a whole different look and feel from anything that's out there right now, from the sharpness of this bow, the way it handles in the big waves, to the two-step hull design to be able to handle easy acceleration out of the hole, as well as while you're underway. It's just a really smooth, comfortable ride. The boat feels like it's floating. It's nice and light that way, but still with the power, you've got lots of control. And I think from that standpoint, it's not, it's not the traditional boats that we're used to here in Ontario or in Canada in general. It really is something that's different. And I think we've seen it catching a lot of people's eyes, because I believe the market is now in that situation where they're looking for something different, right? The same old is, same old. So, what's great is that when you're ready to go, you just want to go for a rip, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get ourselves together, and we're going to head out into Lake Ontario and enjoy some rough water, have a little bit of fun, and get a little bit of water splashed in our face if necessary. But that's Saxdor, and if you want to take a look at it, a lot of dealers going forward here in Canada, we encourage you to check out our site, bcimarine.com, or come to us and we'll point you in the direction of one of our authorized dealers.